Swag on the beat.
Swag on the beat.
Swag on the beat.
Hello and welcome to the Swag on the Beat podcast, episode 30, late 30s I reckon it is now. Mike, if you know the exact number, that'd be awesome.
37.
37,
Woo.
we're in heaven, which is the bingo. I used to be a bingo master back at the Bowls Club.
Wow.
Where I'm in my
Nice.
hometown.
Yep.
So yes, I'm
37
used to
club.
any number I can make a quick little rhyme out
Okay,
of. So don't,
486.
pick up the hex 6.
No wonder you got fired from the bingo club.
No, I retired. It was a dishonourable discharge. But no, huge week.
Massive show today.
Huge week today. You wanted to take the top of the show to. We have the incumbent follower, but before we bring someone in, you wanted to check off the final outgoing follower.
Yes, before we get to the new follower of the week, I just wanted a quick update from Jake, our follower from last week, who you'll remember is the wooden UFO builder.
Yeah.
And who offered us a non-bribe wooden UFO.
Yeah, amazing,
In
yep.
his voice recording, which we therefore felt fine accepting because
well,
it wasn't a bribe and he said it
explicitly.
twice.
Yep.
But what I'm saying is just watch this space. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Jake, the wooden UFO builder, will circle back in hopefully not too long, maybe a few weeks. But keep that in your mind. Jake, the Jake, the wooden UFO builder.
UFO.
Yeah.
We're keeping it cool.
Yes,
We're
yes.
keeping it
Just
cool,
Yep. Remember that. And now let's get on to our next follow-up.
heaps of questions because I want to know how big it is, where is it going to be housed, all this kind of stuff. But we'll when it comes, we can cross those bridges.
Yeah, yeah.
If and when. If it comes, because it's a big favour. Anyway, so similar theme to him, the follower. We've got the new follower. His name is Micah.
Okay.
And he said in this.
Hey legends, Micah here from Mixar Built Designs, member number 26, so pretty stoked to make the top 30 for the podcast. And I'm actually a custom Lego designer based out of Adelaide, and my offer to you two is I'd love to design and build a custom model that is replicating the Swag podcast studio. Space. I think it would be an awesome display piece, and I can also even create little Lego minifigure versions of the three of you, which I think you'll absolutely love. So looking forward to hopefully bringing something to life for you, and absolutely love your work. Keep bringing smiles to people's faces. Catch you soon.
Oh, what a
Wow.
legend.
What a
Micah.
legend.
That
Yeah.
sounds awesome.
The new most exciting thing in history. I just saw, because I heard the voice message before, but you guys hadn't, and I just because I'm looking at you and Mike at the same time, and your eyebrows raised at the exact same time, going a custom Lego design. It's a diorama essentially
That sounds
of our podcast studio.
so awesome.
So in the text, he said, if you can just do like a 360 of the studio. We're not in the studio
What a legend.
today.
Yes, we are working from Mike's home again today.
Mike's home again, which we love. We love Mike's home, but we'll send the video to him ASAP when we get back in the studio. And
Wow.
that's pretty exciting.
It's very exciting.
So-
Although he didn't specify that it wasn't a bribe, but I picked up from his energy.
Yeah, it's more like
that
a-
it's more like a
Good gesture of goodwill.
yeah, or it's a transaction in return for us giving him the podcast.
Yeah, yep.
He's supplying that just
a
to
fair
even up the
transaction.
score.
Great,
so
great,
obviously not a bribe. In
But
this
is
sense.
that not the coolest thing ever? We're going to have our own little
Yeah.
Lego stick figures. Are they called stick figures? No, they're model
know.
figures. I don't know.
Minifigures.
Lego
Mini
men?
figures. Thank you, Mike.
we go.
Okay, so Micah, you are in. And
Very
what's
epic.
the UFO friend?
Jake.
Jake, thank you for your service.
Not that we're setting the precedent that to get the follower of the week, you have to give us
You have
stuff.
to be highly skilled craftsmen.
But if the last 2 weeks are anything to go by, it definitely helps. But yes, no, we are.
yeah,
We're
so,
working from Mike's home again
yeah,
today. The higher ups, the board have said, guys, you're working too hard in the studio. You need some time at home.
So just kick up, relax.
Yeah.
If you can see, turn on your visuals if you have them. But Isaac, you actually have a beautiful fire behind you, keeping us warm. So it's a nice, relaxed vibe. Mike's
very-
been making Earl Grey tea for us.
Yep.
biscuits.
Well contained and constant fire.
Yeah, very well contained. It's
Yeah.
very
slow burning logs as well. We haven't had to put any more in.
It's those new logs,
Yeah.
those super environmentally friendly logs that just keep burning and burning. It's like the Gryffindor common room in here. It feels great. But Mike, since we're at your home, you said you wanted to take the top of the show to just say something.
Well, yesterday in the meeting, I brought up that Jack did something dog. That's
Yes.
the words that I
We
used.
had the production meeting yesterday, and you guys were about to talk about something, and I said, whoa, hold up, this sounds interesting.
Yeah, because Mike said I did something dog, and I didn't even know what he meant.
Yeah.
That's like I'm like, am I a monster? I'm just running around doing dog things. So dog thing.
Jack said he had a segment idea, and Mike said, "Oh, is this the dog thing you did a few days ago?" And Jack said, "What dog thing?" And, "Oh, you don't think it was dog?" And then,
not only do I not think it's dog, I don't even know what it is.
Well, I wanted to be a neutral third party judge in this. Is this dog or not? Yeah. I could be
you could be the pound owner, and if someone's trying to bring a pig in, we say we can't say pig. That's fine.
Yeah.
I think I'm a pig. He thinks I'm a dog. Well, pig has negative connotations too in this sense, I suppose.
I can decide if you get adopted or if you get put down.
Yeah, okay. all of a sudden became quite sinister.
Okay, what's the dog acting question,
so
please, Mike?
Over the weekend, there was a fantastic opportunity for the three of us, I guess, which was friend of the show, maybe, Jack Post.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, for sure. Big friend of the show, yeah.
He was actually had the great opportunity to open for famous American comedian Nikki Glaser in Melbourne, her first ever Melbourne show.
Awesome opportunity.
And Jack Post gave us all. Well, actually, Isaac, you didn't come. I'm not sure. I encouraged us all to go, and you didn't.
No. I unfortunately told Jack that I would have loved to be there, but I was driving up to the snow at that time.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, kind of dog actually. Now that
Is that the acting dog?
So anyway, everyone was geared up for a great night, and I saw Jack and his partner there, and we sit down in our seats ready for a great night of entertainment. And just as Jack Post is about to start, I get a text from Jack saying, "I'm only staying for Jack, and as soon as Jack finishes, I'm gonna leave."
But
and then he said, "Do you want to come and get a drink with us?" And I said, "No, I feel a bit rude leaving when we've been invited to this event. I'm not just going to leave."
Wasn't Jack Post set 10 minutes and Nikki Glaser was over an hour?
Yeah.
So after, I mean, I'm not sure what happened, but as I understand it, Jack left after about 15 minutes and did not stay for the actual event. So on one hand, supportive friend, but on the other hand, kind of a dog.
Dog to who? Nikki. So let's be fair. This was a huge venue. It was the plenary in Melbourne, which is 5,500 people. It's completely packed. Completely packed. Nikki Glaser is doing fine. And I'm sure she's a lovely person, and I'm sure she's super funny live. But I guess you never know. I just don't know. But
I guess dogs can't understand.
I'm friends with Jack. That's why I was there. He invited me to see him. And I kind of had something on, but I wanted to see Jack because it's such a special event. And I thought, we're not hurting anyone.
I guess if we can,
Mike, apparently,
if we can take it back to the dog analogy for a sec. So you're a dog, and you're going for a walk at the park, and old dogs. I don't have a dog, but I've heard that this is the case. They've got dog friends that they see at the park and they play around with, and they wrestle and they chase after bones and stuff together, and
remains of other dogs.
So if another dog shows up at the park that they don't know and they're expected to hang out with for an hour. No, scrap that analogy.
Okay. Interesting barrister take on that in front of the judge. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm good for coffees, but
but I think I was within my rights because Jack invited us to see him and I was over the moon for him, and he killed it. He did so well. Like he had everyone in the palm of his hand, and he played music, and it was just awesome and funny and great. And that's what I was there to do.
So it was you, your partner, Jack, and Mike, and your partner?
We didn't go together. Like a lot of people went. Kirsten, friend of the show, went.
Yeah.
Sam
Garlop and his
friend
partner.
of the show.
Yep.
I guess my perspective, Isaac, is yes, Jack invited us to see him, but I argue that seeing him open for Nikki, you have to see Nikki as well to see how his opening was. Do you know what I mean?
Did you have something else on that night?
Yeah.
You told me you were hungry. That's what you said in the text.
But you had planned to have dinner before.
Yes. Well, because it was our date night with Mickey and me for our date night, and I was like, Jack Post has just offered to give us tickets to see him perform before Nikki Glaser, and it was like, okay, great, let's do that, and then we can go and get dinner afterwards. So that was always the plan, and I don't think it's any skin off Nikki Glaser's nose.
Well, by
leaving early.
Can I make a closing argument, and then that's it from me?
Okay.
The ticket sales of this event, the finances of that go to Nikki and her people. So by taking a ticket to the event and filling 2 seats and then leaving without seeing Nikki, she has actually lost money.
But those tickets would never have been for the general public. They were always house tickets for the performers' friends.
And I
family.
argue one of Jack's other friends could have taken
And
it.
maybe they would have bought a Nikki
But they
Glaser
didn't.
t-shirt.
But they didn't. But who's to say we didn't? Well, here's my
You
suggestion.
probably had to say that.
Isaac, what do you actually think? Like, what do you actually
Yeah, what's the
think?
actual?
etiquette-wise?
I think you would 100% do what I did. 100% you would do that.
I'm going to have to say no, I would absolutely never do that. I would have stayed for Nikki Glazer's set. Anna would have stuck around after and
for the
helped
after
clean
party,
up.
yeah.
I would have helped clean up and bought the rest of her t-shirts. Verdict's in, Jack's the dog.
Well, can I make one final plea? Is
Okay.
I want to get Jack Post live. Maybe can we try and get him next week and see what he reckons about it?
Yeah. Well, I tried to get him
because he's the guy.
I tried to get him today, but he said he was busy recording a different podcast, so he couldn't do it. But
That's all.
That,
Me
he surely
either.
he can brush something that insignificant aside.
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
help. Anyway, whatever. Yeah.
We'll try
anyway.
and get him.
Yeah, but the verdict as
Verdict,
it stands is that
yeah.
Jack is a dog, and the only one that can unverdictize.
And you
that.
saying you categorically would not have done that if you were in the
Not
same
in a
position?
million years.
Isaac, it is the final episode before the coveted, Mike.
Bounty Day is upon
Bounty Day, the inaugural Bounty Day is upon us. The 26th of July, 2025 is the first ever Bounty Day. We are hosting, people are hosting all around the country. It is getting very exciting. There is
This
so much
Saturday.
support. This Saturday. It is this Saturday. It's coming up this Saturday.
So if you're listening today, Thursday or Friday, one day after
Yeah,
the pod,
yeah.
you've squeezed in your chance.
Yep.
Tomorrow/Saturday is when
Yes.
Bounty Day is happening.
And if you're listening on Sunday, this is a retrospective listen. And boy, oh boy, we're still excited. But
Unless
listen,
you're in the Northern Hemisphere listening on Sunday, and then
yeah.
you could still just scrape in.
scrape it in. Yeah.
Either way.
Anyway, so much is happening, so much to get through.
Yeah, we should let everyone know where the meeting spot is.
exact meeting spot is, so
Because
that
we
there's-
know we're at
Yep.
Northcote Plaza, which has 2 coals.
Yep.
We're hitting the 2 coals.
Yep.
Hit them where it hurts,
Hit 'em where it
in a
hurts.
positive sense.
Yes.
Hit them where the hip pocket hurts.
Yep.
So Northcote Plaza.
Yep.
There's we're meeting. It's right next to a park called All Nations Park,
Yep.
and
Yeah, great.
there's a restaurant called Degani's.
Yes.
Next to that park, so we're meeting out the front of the Degani's.
Because Mike just checks the weather because we were saying let's meet in the park, and Mike says there's a relatively high chance of rain, otherwise known as 100%.
Sort of around the 100 mark. Yeah.
So Degani's is undercover.
But you know what that means? That means that someone's trying to stop us from buying
Well,
these bounties. I don't
yeah.
know who it is, but someone's
Could be
trying
God,
to
could be someone else.
Let it rain down
Yeah.
and prevent us from buying
rain,
all these
hail, or
bounties.
shine, these hunters keep hunting. Okay, so we're meeting under Degani's
Yep.
under some bounty cover.
12 o'clock at the crack of noon, we set out.
the crack of noon. So we'll wait there.
Yep.
I think at 12:04 we'll start the mission.
12:04.
So don't be late.
4 minutes just because of
4
course.
minutes. 4 minutes to save the world.
Yeah.
As
Okay,
JT said.
nice,
Okay,
yeah.
so that's all the amount of time we have.
Yeah.
For 12:05, we'll start heading off.
Yep.
So don't be late.
We'll be en
please.
route.
We'll be en route.
12:06, we'll probably have a bounty.
We'll probably have the first bounty will have been bought. Here's the pledge: 12:06, the first bounty will have been
Wow,
bought. Wow,
that's
okay,
huge.
that's huge. Who would have thought? So that's all happening, and we have had a lot of correspondence with people who are doing it in other states because it is not just localized to where we are and the group of people that we're going to be with, but it's across not only the country but the whole world. And we've actually got a great friend of the show, Matt, who is in Brisbane, and he has got a collection of people together who are going out on Saturday as well. So we're going to have a quick chat to him now. Matt, how are you?
Swag on the beat.
The original vocalist for the opening music, one would think, but it's actually Mike. Matt, a good front runner for the replacement vocals if we need to. But we're here to speak about Bounty, and you are, as I just mentioned, in Brisbane. How are your plans going for the day? Tell us about who you've got on board.
Okay, good. So I've got a couple of people out in the Redland Bay area. That's about 20 Ks out of the CBD. So we're trying to hit all parts of Brisbane.
Wow.
And then I've got a bit of a group of people who are in a city where I live. And the game plan, I think, is to get a pub feed before, fuel up. And then
Nice.
we got to go to the epicenter. We've got to go to where the most concentrated Coles and Woolworths are and just try to hit as many stores as possible.
Wow.
Awesome. A meal and then dessert of a lot of bounties.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Fantastic. So what kind of numbers are you thinking? How many crew have you got up in Brisbane that are going to be helping?
So look, I'm trying to expand on it. Currently, we are sitting at 7.
Wow, great. 7's a nice number. Yep.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get a few more before now and then.
That's amazing. So, Matt, you posted on your Instagram asking if there was anyone else in Brisbane.
Yep.
And did you get a couple more? We shared that to our Instagram. Did that help you get in contact with a couple other people, a couple other bounty
No,
hunters?
I think a lot of the reach was not in Queensland, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
Interesting.
Yep.
And like all of my locals seem to say that no, they don't like to have fun. Devastating.
We were thinking, I mean, that's good that there's a lot of other people that reached out from around Australia, because we were thinking if anyone else in any other cities across Australia is wanting to get a bit of a bounty hunting crew together.
Because we know there are people in every state. We
Yeah.
just want to put them in a group together because
Yeah.
it's a stronger contingent going into a
So
store.
if you're in another city, you can post on your story or send us a message and we'll give it a share and we'll get the word out to everyone else in your city who follows the podcast, and they can join you on your quest. So that was a good idea, Matt. Are you going to be there at midday as well, at the crack of noon?
I reckon we'll probably get lunch 11:30, and then
wow,
well,
great.
we're-
Start early.
look, we're trying to buy at least 100 bounty bars on the day.
Oh, okay.
That is awesome.
That's incredible. So I think what I was speaking to Mike about this before, we're going to try and do some sort of cross to you on the day. Even if it's just like, if we can't do live, we'll do a couple of voice messages. Just give us an update on how you've gone.
Absolutely.
And what's happening at your end. And so we can sort of relay that back to everyone else and let us know how the Brisbane group are going.
we should be able to do live.
Yeah, we got to really pump it up. We got to pump it up.
Nice.
Yep. Amazing. Thank you so much for being part of it. You are officially the captain of the Queensland, of the Queensland Bounty.
So let's go. Thank you
And
so much.
look forward to speaking on Saturday. Best of luck.
Cheers, Matt.
All right, cheers, boys.
Peace.
Bye.
Wow. Okay.
That's
massive.
awesome. Okay,
Now,
so
yeah.
anyone else in any other cities,
Yep.
post on your story and tag
let
us
us
and we'll
know.
share it, or send us a message and we'll get the word out.
Yep. So huge. Now, we love the fun stuff. There are two things that I think we need to address before Saturday. Call them spanners,
Okay.
not like huge spanners that you see in industrial like shipping lines, but like sort of like residential spanners.
Okay.
That can
Spanner
be-
in the works.
Spanner in the works.
Yeah. But the
not-
works, it's not an industrial build of a new factory.
It's
a renovation to a home.
It's a permit-less renovation at the back of mum and dad's place. Is what's happening.
Nice.
First one. I don't know if you saw this in the news. I think Mike did. Cadbury, who's a direct competitor of of Bounty, are opening the biggest distribution chocolate center in the world in Melbourne
What?
as of like 2 days ago.
The biggest
Now-
one in the world.
Yeah. Coincidence?
mia.
I don't know. I actually received a letter. It just was like a company letter. So the company swag is like addressed at my house just for legal purposes and whatever. Because you got to have an address. You can't have a business nowhere. And I actually got a letter and I thought it was from like the bank or like you get a bank statement or something. But I opened it and it's actually from Cadbury. And it came about 4 days before this news went live.
No way.
And I've got the letter here.
Wow.
A live letter printed.
I am.
Well, I assume it's printed.
I am nervous.
Yeah, so I'm gonna read it. I've read it once, and I just was like, okay, I'm gonna read it again.
I expected it to
On
be
the
purple.
show.
Shows a
Well,
not,
they don't.
not much
they're
dedication
not wasting,
to their
a purple paper would be pretty aggressive on the ink.
purple paper.
charge as
Pretty
well.
aggressive.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Here's it. Read. I'm reading this verbatim. This
Oh,
is
man,
directly.
I'm scared.
Okay. This is direct. This is a lot. So people without visual capabilities. I'm holding a piece of paper from the letter sent by Cadbury. It was labeled Cadbury on the thing. Okay. Here we go.
He's really reading it, guys. Trust me.
Dear Jack, Isaac, and Mike, I'll keep this short. My name is Stephen, and I'm the chief of staff and the heir to the family empire at Cadbury. We're opening a brand new super distribution centre in Melbourne. Brackets, you may have seen it in the news. Okay. It's the largest one in the world.
Wow.
We know that. I've just mentioned that. We're aware of the work you are doing to save the Bounty chocolate bar. Be under no false pretenses about the location of this factory being opened up as close as possible to you guys and the epicenter of the Bounty movement. This is not a coincidence. It's only a matter of time before you and your bounty hunters will be out of a job. They mean war. P.S. I've kept this short as I am about to go ice skating. Yours, Stephen Cadbury.
Oh yeah, no, it's okay. Stephen Cadbury. What are the chances on that?
So
but wow,
that's
that's an
crazy.
act of war. That's an act of
Act
chocolate
of
war.
So if ever there is a time to rally, it is for the Saturday, the 26th of July
Wow.
for Bounty Day, because this multinational Cadbury's fine chocolate bar, but we are trying to say Bounty. This is a sworn enemy now of the movement. Okay, so for anyone who had thought we weren't causing a fuss and a noise, we are, and we're getting handwritten letters. That was, by the way, not emails, not memos, not memes. Handwritten letters.
typed.
Hand typed. Well, yeah, hand typed. And anyway, so that's the first sparrow in the works.
Hand typed because he probably had a dagger in his hand that he was trying to bloody stab us in the back
Let's
with.
make sure, exactly. Let's make sure Stephen doesn't get his wishes. Now, second sparrow in the works, which is considerably more personal, but no less significant, I think. Bounty bars are amazing. We love bounty bars. Everyone's about it. That's great. It's happening on the 26th of July. Now, I very recently started a strict diet. Strict diet. I'm counting calories because I blew out a little bit. Now I'm trying to rein the horses back in. I was close to cracking the ton.
I thought you should have just cracked the ton, got it out of the way, and then you could begin the mission from there.
I did.
You're not far off.
Well, I know. I was about 4 kilos off. I didn't have it in me to go, let's go another 4 kilos. Yeah. So anyway, that's where I'm at now. Yeah. So the question is, do I break the diet to be a part of Bounty Day?
The answer is absolutely.
Well, this is the last time we're going to speak about it till we're on the ground. I need to decide, am I having a cheat day and am I going to be part of the Bounty Day, or am I going to be there in support and honour the diet that I've promised myself and my girlfriend that I'm going to stick to? Because this is unfortunately a very badly timed start.
Yeah, well, it's not diet day, is it?
But diet is not a day, it's a lifestyle. So what I'm going to ask for is I'm just going to have 10 seconds thinking, and then I'm going to make my final decision, and then we're going to go on to Bounty Day with that in knowledge.
So do you want my input or no? I'm just witnessing this thought process.
It's a witness of thought process, and then then the fallout is however you react.
The judgment.
Okay, the judgment. Okay, here we go. Mike, give me my thinking music, please. What's he going to do? It's National Bounty Day. But he can't give up on his diet already. Everyone wants to do Bounty Day. Too late to back out now. Oh, I don't know. The diet's pretty important. You did promise yourself. It's just one day, and the future of Bounty's on the line. This is really hard. Walter, don't scream. He's trying to sleep. Oh, he's going to have to make a decision now. I'm going to do Bounty Day.
We're going to Bounty Day. See you there, kids. It's going to be massive. Saturday the 26th is International Bounty Day. Everyone's high-fiving. We're eating bounty bars. It's going to be massive. Screw Jack's diet. I'm hitting the ton on Saturday. I'm hitting the ton on Saturday. Let's go. There's money on my mind. Bounty Day is happening.
That's Bounty on my mind. Change the lyrics, Jay Sean. Change the lyrics. It's going to be massive. Is it our sheet to Jay Sean?
How many calories is a Bounty? Times that by 30. That's how many Jack's drinking.
Get stuffed. High fives all around. See you Saturday. Isaac, we mentioned last week that often when we're filming, we get into some pretty reasonably hairy, not too hairy, but reasonably hairy situations. Yeah. You know, you were saying me driving scene. You were on the front of my car on the bull bar.
Wedged in the bull bar
filming. We filmed last Friday, and we thought it was worth bringing up again that we had a little bit of a, I guess we learn every time we film, we learn about what good shots are and what pacing is and stuff, but we also learn about the world a little bit too, because we're out there. We are really out there filming. It's not a set. We go out there and we film.
No, when we film at each other's houses, there's a bit less hoops to jump through or people that we have to run it by.
I mean, you do have a hula hoop collection, so we do that a little bit.
But when we film in public places, you sort of just run the gauntlet a bit and see what happens.
Yeah, and we stay out of people's way.
Absolutely.
But sometimes we need this specific thing that is in the public, and we just have to go for it.
Yeah, and last Friday we were filming a video around public toilets, or based in a public toilet.
It was in public toilets,
in and around.
Yeah.
And that hasn't come out yet, so we won't spoil it, but hopefully you'll see it in the coming days.
Yeah, okay, good.
But so we're filming, we went to this Parkland, a nice public toilet that we thought would be quiet. It's because we don't want to be getting in people's way.
Yeah.
We don't want to have to stop and start the filming. And so we're inside this public toilet and we're filming. And as you can probably imagine, there's some interesting noises and directions given to each other when we're filming and when no one else is there. We feel like we're alone.
Sure.
And we're saying, okay, stand here, do that. I'll make this funny noise. If you're acting out a scene that involves some physical or emotional stuff,
you make it a bit slower,
make some weird noises. Take it easy. Yeah, do that one. Do that again. Yeah, that was good. So we're in the midst of one of these scenes and we're in the toilet. I'm filming. I think you, in this particular scene, has sort of got your back up against the wall for reasons that will be revealed once you see the video. But about, what was it, half an hour into the film session?
Well, people would come in and we would just stop filming,
Yeah.
and we would just leave and wait 3 minutes outside the public
Yeah,
toilet,
yeah.
and then we would walk back in.
You could hear people coming, so obviously we go outside. We had a footy there that we were
exactly. We were kicking the footy, so we looked super innocent. Putting the mask on.
It was a beautiful park.
It
so
was beautiful, and it
believable.
was a beautiful day.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful Sharon. But
Sharon is Karen.
Sort of about the fourth or fifth person, this guy was walking towards us. He was high vis, and we sort of go, let's head out.
Mm-hmm.
And he was walking directly towards the toilet, and then he sort of didn't come in, and we go, oh, okay. So we just go back in, and as you were saying, we started doing our filming stuff again. Yeah, come in a bit closer. Yeah, stop. Go.
Slow down.
Do that a bit faster.
Do that again.
Yeah, do that noise again. And then 45 seconds later, this guy in the high vis walks in, and he goes, "You guys all right?" And we go, "Yeah." Why? It's like, okay, just making sure. What's going on here? Like, what's with the camera? And we're like, oh, like we're filming this stuff. He's like, okay, well, because weird stuff goes on in the public toilets. You know, guys meet up and do things.
This is a popular hotspot.
Yeah. And then he goes, oh, you're swag on the beat. And we're standing in the public toilet.
He
and
switched
like,
from red hot interrogation.
And big dude as well, big dude.
And he was one of the park rangers.
Park ranger.
Yeah. And so he comes in very sternly thinking, all right, like I've got to lay down the law here.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he realizes that he'd seen us before, he goes, okay, I know what they're doing is above board.
Yeah.
But later to reveal.
Because he when we thought he was walking into the toilet, he walked past our entrance and went into the disabled toilets just to listen to what we were doing to see if it was anything that was untoward. And he said he was hearing us say things like, oh yeah, just a bit closer. Yeah, slower. Do that slower.
Yeah,
okay.
that's good. Do that again.
Do that again. Okay, that noise wasn't quite right. And he's like, okay, well, there could be something going on here. They're not very passionate, but at least there could be something. So
but he said
check it out.
he knew this was a hot spot, and the things he was hearing were probably ticking some of those boxes. So he comes in all guns blazing, going, "I got to break up this action."
Yeah.
And then we were like, "Oh no, we promise we're just innocently filming something without all our clothes on."
Yeah.
And he explained, this is a bit of a hot spot for that sort of activity.
And he was like, "Guys, just fair warning, this happens around here. Keep going. Have a good day. See you later.
Keep going, but keep your eyes peeled."
Keep your eyes peeled. And he left, and we were kind of still shaking from the whole experience. And we sort of regained composure after a few more footy kicks outside in the sun, and then we went back and finished the video. But just letting you know, these are the kind of things that we do for you guys who watch the sketches. We learn so much, and now we thought, well, now we have the podcast, we can actually impart some of this wisdom to the people. But anyway, so he was beauty. I can't remember. Do we know his name? We don't know.
No, but I think he also said maybe keep his name private.
Park ranger.
Park ranger, good bloke.
Good guy, park ranger.
Yeah, he would. Yeah,
and enjoyer of swag. So if you're listening, guy, thanks for looking after us, and we appreciate it. And for many more times to come, hopefully, if we have more toilet-based humour.
Yeah, and we promise you we will keep our clothes on when we're filming. Well, I mean, you got to take them off a little bit in the toilet sometimes.
Isaac, I have done something over the weekend that I never thought I would do.
Oh no!
I never thought I would do this, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
It's not that far from your room to the toilet, man. I say it's not worth it. Just take the few extra steps.
Yeah, well, sometimes it could be good. No, this was out in public. It's a public thing.
Okay.
But I wanted to get your opinion on it, and maybe Mike's as well. But I didn't want to.
Is it legal?
100% it's legal, but there's a bit of prejudice around it.
Okay.
So what I wanted to do with instead of asking you straight up, I wanted to put ourselves into the world.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you to play a role, and I'll play my role in the day.
Can I be saucy policeman?
No, there's no police involved.
You've already got it. Okay.
That's his cast. Okay.
Okay.
So I just want you to react as you yourself would react.
Okay.
But
Not
you're
saucy.
live in the world, okay?
All right.
So the scenario is it's a cafe. I'm the customer walking in. You're the cafe owner serving me. Okay?
Cafe owner.
Ready? So just channel whatever you need to do to get into it. And Mike, let's enter the world.
Okay.
Hey, mate.
Oh, not today, mate. Sorry.
Sure?
Nah, I'm just
I'm
joking.
a good customer?
You
always do that. I'm a regular.
Bit of a gag.
Yeah, a bit of a
You're
gag.
a regular.
Yeah,
Hey, mate. Good to see you again.
Yeah, you too. Can I please get a soy matcha?
Soy matcha?
Yep.
Okay.
All good there?
Sure.
Great.
It's a bit more expensive for soy and for the matcha.
Yeah, fine
than the
with
coffee.
those.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm
not sure why.
Impartial
but
to
it
the
always
type of
is.
milk that you put in it, but yeah.
Okay.
But I noticed that you have a couch in your front section of the shop. And I got my book and I thought I might sit there and read in your cafe. Is that okay?
Great idea. That's what it's there for.
Sure, really? I mean, I'm a slow reader.
That's all right. The
Like,
couch is there to be sat on
might
by,
be there a while.
by paying customers.
Okay.
Well, I mean, within reason, obviously. You can't sleep there.
Well, I've got one more chapter of my book left, and I thought, well, this is a beautiful sun coming in. I want to sit in the sun on the couch while I sip a soy matcha.
Mate, if the cafe's open, you can sit on the couch.
Great. Thank you so much. All good. Thank you for your service.
Okay.
Cut. Interesting. Was that you speaking or you as a cafe owner speaking? Do you think there's anything wrong with reading in a cafe?
No.
Okay, great.
Not since the dawn of time has there been something wrong with that.
Okay, great. Because I'd never done it before.
Okay.
And I loved it. So I brought my book in. I was with my partner in Cheaper Herbrook, and we sat on the couch and read. And it was
and you had bought a coffee, or you had bought something.
Yeah, we had two coffees and a blueberry bit of cake. It was the 5 minutes before the diet started.
Cheeky little bit of blueberry cake.
Very cheeky little bit of cake, and it was glorious sitting in the sun there. Mm-hmm. Now I know there's a little bit of prejudice, but I want to take it because I felt so good about doing it. Mm-hmm. Like it was just really
reading
nice.
a book in a cafe. Reading a book in a
obviously
cafe. Better than everyone else there.
Yeah. Well, the thing I felt so good about it. I wanted to take it to the next level and ask what you thought of this. Well, of course, I got chameleon eyes. I can look at both books at one time, but I want to get a temperature check from you and Mike and the listeners before I do it.
Okay,
and then if do I have permission to do it or not? I want to bring my laptop in and sit there and do work.
Right.
Is that permissible? Do you think that's okay? Because there's a lot of prejudice around that particular action. Reading is a lesser crime, people would say.
I see
but
that.
the work thing, there was someone there on their laptop in the cafe as well. And I was like,
right, it's work versus leisure.
Yeah. Is it kind of like, I could see this, they had their graphs up on their Excel, whatever they're doing.
So how big is the cafe-ish?
I reckon it would seat 30, 40 people.
And there's one couch.
No, there's multiple. There's probably 3 couches that have looking onto the street with sun.
Okay, and a total of 8 to 10 seats between them.
Yep. Oh no, you're probably one person.
Oh, one person per seat.
Yeah,
okay, so 3 spots available. Yeah, and so you just want to go sit in one of those seats, face the road, get sun coming in through the window, and go on the lappy.
Yeah, but is it like I won't take up any more space or time or resources for the cafe? It's just I will be doing work. Do you guys have a veto on doing work in a cafe?
No, I got.
Because I've never done it before. Oh, you got nothing wrong with it? Okay, great.
I got a veto on doing work in general.
Well, we know that.
Whoa.
Kidding, just kidding.
No, I think
okay, great. Because I was a bit tentative. I didn't want to go all guns blazing, walk in with it. I'm not going to bring like a whiteboard in and start taking notes and like giving
have a Zoom
presentations
call
and stuff.
in the cafe.
Zoom call's probably too far.
I think as well something that you'd have to be wary of is if both the other 2 seats got taken and the cafe was quite busy and you've been in there for a couple of hours and you're taking the seat potentially away from someone else, I think that's when you'd probably wrap it up.
Well, would you just buy more coffee or buy more stuff?
I think that probably that resets your clock.
Reset? Yeah. Okay. So if I'm working there for an extended number of time, how many coffees per hour do you I think the coffee per hour kicks in if all the other 2 couches are not available. If one of the other couches are available, you can stay there forever. Okay. You could sleep there. Yep.
But if they're both taken, as soon as they're both taken, I think you need to buy another coffee.
Okay.
And then you've got an hour after that.
An hour per coffee. Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Mike, thoughts?
Any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's as weird as you think it is. I do it all the time. And
you
I
do
just
it?
say, if I'm staying after I've finished the coffee for too long, I'll buy another coffee if I want to stay there.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think just use your best wits about you and you'll be fine.
Right.
Man.
Common sense etiquette.
Yeah,
Sounds
great.
Yeah.
Okay. I just thought there was a little bit of prejudice there, but let us know if anyone has something against it. I didn't want to step on anyone's toes.
Nah, I think if it's one of those cafes that have 6 seats or something and you just laptop open, suitcase on the other seat, and legs up, sleeping.
No,
That's probably not on.
So working, sleeping, taking it to the next level. Sleeping is the final evolution of this.
Yeah, but if
probably
you
not on.
If you just make it look like you've fallen asleep because you're sleep deprived,
or you're
then,
thinking,
then people will just go, "Wow, that dude's clearly works hard.
Yeah.
He deserves that rest." But if you're laid out, like a hoodie on and got your pillow there,
yeah, great.
Maybe too far.
Okay, nice. Thanks so much. Appreciate the role play and appreciate the thoughts.
I look forward to the work that gets done at the cafe. Seeing if it
direct beneficiary of.
Yeah. Do you think it will be more productive than working at home?
It'll be more relaxed, I would say. Because I'm in public, I can't go.
There'll be more coffees.
I do growl at my laptop at home just so people know. Apparently.
Frosty, as we've mentioned, we are WFMH today, working from Mike's home.
Yeah. Which is one of our favourite places to work from.
A beautiful home it is.
Out of the studio today.
Yep.
But in the beautiful confines of Mike's
apartment.
apartment.
In a studio apartment. Is it?
Yeah,
I
so
guess
it's basically a studio
We are
plus.
still in the studio.
It's
yeah.
Studio
Yeah.
Plus.
It's a beautiful apartment, lots of natural light, balcony, open plan, living area.
Yep.
But I think everyone knows the feeling of going to someone's house and looking for something in the kitchen and having to look through 5 or 6 drawers before you locate the thing you're looking for.
Was that you looking for the Red Bull before?
No, because I went, not to brag, but I got that in one, straight to the fridge.
That's great, yeah.
But no, when you look for a glass or you look for a plate or whatever it is, and you go through, where do I think this would
where
be
does
if
it
I
be?
was putting it in? And you feel like a bit of a goose if it takes you 5 goes to
Sure.
find the spoon. But you also think, well, I looked in the order of most likely places it would
Yeah.
be, so maybe the host is the goose.
Oh, okay.
And
wow, so you're in Mike's house and you could be accusing him of being the goosey or the gooser.
I suppose
He could
up
be a
until
gooser.
now I could be doing that, but that's not what I'm doing at all.
Okay.
But I have been accused, or I have copped a bit of flack in my house sometimes for the placement of some of my things because the top drawers in the kitchen or the top cupboards we use as our pantry because we don't have any other pantry space. And so the glasses and mugs are down low, which sort of feels unnatural.
Yep.
And I think the classic layout
That is unnatural, yeah.
The classic layout is drinks and mugs on top, plates and bowls on the
It
bottom.
feels like they'd naturally be cleaner if they're higher.
Yeah, something like, or it's like if you drink out of it, it's a high.
Yeah.
If you eat out of it, it's down low.
Yeah,
and for some
that's
reason,
good.
that's always been the way it is.
Yeah.
But
Also, I will say just before we go, before we keep going,
At Jubweg.
when we had Luke McGregor over to film, I handed him a glass and he spent 30 seconds cleaning.
Oh yeah, well,
because I think it was anyway, whatever.
that had more to do with
yeah.
him than
Then
the glass.
maybe,
I think.
maybe it was because it was in the low drawer.
Maybe it was
he
in
sort
low.
of felt like he had to clean it
has
again. Who
more
knows?
room for the dust
Anyway,
to
just
settle
an
on
aside,
it.
let's
No.
play.
Well, I think the worst one of these I've seen was at my friend Aiden's house, and I went to this was a couple of years ago, and I went to get a fork. And there was like 4 drawers on top of each other, which is like classic cutlery situation.
yeah.
Obviously,
Great.
the cutlery is going to be in the top drawer.
Yeah.
Tongs and spoons and ladles and stuff in the second drawer.
Obviously.
I go in the top drawer. Chopping boards laid down flat
Chopping
on top
boards?
of each other, and the cutlery was in the second drawer. Not only was the cutlery not on top, and chopping boards were in the top. They weren't chopping boards weren't laid vertically. It was horizontally. It was the worst. It was the worst.
How do you
kitchen
get the
layout I've
bottom
ever seen.
one? Take them all
You just
out.
have to take them all out and put them back in.
Aiden.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you doing, mate?
Yeah.
No, but it was, so it was criminal. But I want to play a game today here in Mike's house, in Mike's kitchen. And the game is this. What's in Mike's kitchen? In Mike's kitchen. Let's see. Hey.
Wow,
All right,
great.
so-
that stopped quickly.
As you
I
can
really liked. Also, you got the voice break of the Cranberries
Yep.
lead singer, which is
very
appreciative.
come natural, a bit of a
Yep.
yodel. But as you'll see behind Jack's frame right now is Mike's kitchen.
Yeah,
and
so,
there's a lot of drawers and cupboards around.
Yep.
And I haven't told Mike about this, so with Mike's permission, I think
Okay.
what we can do is maybe turn that camera landscape so
Oh,
the
okay.
audience can see the kitchen wall. And what I reckon,
Yep.
I'll pick out 3 locations in the kitchen behind Jack.
Yep.
And then we can guess what we think is going to be
Okay,
in
great.
those drawers.
Great.
I'm just going to get this camera ready. We'll
Yep.
turn it landscape
Okay.
and then we'll resume.
I'll warm out my drawer pulling arms.
Yeah. Just a quick disclaimer
Yes.
before you hear the following audio, guys.
Yep.
We flipped the camera landscape,
Yep.
and this was a fully visual segment with
Yes.
the looking what's in the cupboards.
Fine for audio too, but for anyone that is watching along, the camera died a minute
Or
in.
the storage,
The storage.
on our work phone was
Yes,
full
yeah.
about a minute in, so we missed all the visual
Yep.
that we had on the landscape camera.
Same
But
audio?
the
Different
original
visual.
audio will
Yep.
be there,
Yep.
and we're going to refilm some reveals that are pertinent to the audio, so
Yeah.
you can still watch along.
So it'll say dramatic reenactment underneath.
Yeah.
Just so you know. So Mike's opening of the drawers that you see will not be actual, but it'll be as close to reality as possible, and the audio will be the same.
And then,
Thank you so much.
halfway through, when we realised, we fixed it, so the visual will come back. Will come back.
You got about a 2-minute window of complaining.
Hey, use your imagination.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, for once.
because I'll be talking in the original audio. So maybe when I do the video, should I just be going?
Yeah,
Great.
Just
I think,
to yeah,
Great.
So
Great,
it
great,
looks
great.
like
clown mouth at the carnival. Yeah, ping pong balls. Yeah.
okay, cool.
Okay, let's get into it.
Okay, so we've got a bit of landscape action
We're
going
back.
on.
Our landscape friends, welcome.
Good to have you
welcome
here.
to the show. Yeah.
Well done on identifying it randomly and joining. I don't know how you've done that.
0.05 as well, so
Yep.
a bit of fisheye.
Okay, so what we're going to do, I think I'm going to choose out a cupboard or drawer, and Mike's on the roving mic at the moment. If you want to step into frame and say hello, Mike.
G'day, guys.
And Mike, very
Welcome.
Wheel of Fortune style,
Yeah.
or Deal or No Deal.
And we were just with
something.
Larry Emder yesterday, actually,
True.
who was Wheel of Fortune patriarch here.
you- yeah,
host,
yeah.
host is probably a better word. And now we have Mike, Wheel of
Yeah.
Mike's Fortune.
Yeah, so we'll pick a cupboard. Jack and I will guess what's in there, and Mike can reveal what's that. I feel like there's another reveal thing, a game show where they like opened up a door and something was behind it. Wasn't
Price
there?
is Right,
Price
has
is
doors,
Right,
and then
yeah.
Deal or No Deal obviously has
Yeah.
the suitcase.
Go Stop
Okay.
is similarly sort of
the price
angled.
wheel of Deal Fortune.
So
is
what's the game here? We're seeing if Mike's choice of what he puts
Yeah.
in the cupboard is appropriate.
Yeah, I think, but as a team, you and I will
Yep.
guess what we think is in there.
Oh, okay.
And
I'll
if-
see how many we get. Are we best of three?
Well, I think we're on a team, so
As
is
in,
it
like,
us
see if
against
we
Mike?
can get
Yeah. I think if we can get more than 3, then Mike's kitchen gets deemed well feng shuied.
Okay.
And
So,
logically
challenge.
placed.
Okay,
The
great.
interesting thing about Mike's, as you'll see here, is that his plates and mugs and cups are exposed. So that does take a few items off the table,
Yep.
if you, so to speak, off the kitchen bench. Okay,
Yep.
so first one, I reckon let's go above the stove top, that right cupboard there, if you can put your hand on it. Above the stove top is always a bit of a miscellaneous one because you might have the
the
stove
flute.
chimney thing.
Yes,
Is that what it's
yeah.
called? Okay, so I reckon...
Can I just add? I think also keep in mind, because this is like a 1-bedroom place. Like
Yep.
we are space constrained some of the time.
Yep.
So
Yep.
sometimes there's measuring tapes going
Yeah.
in places that
Yeah,
measuring
great.
tapes don't belong.
Yeah,
you know?
but that you've used the space very well. It's
Yeah,
always
you're
very clean.
very
Thank
you're an organized operator.
And that's the difficult thing about this game is that kitchens
Yes.
often have that miscellaneous drawer
do,
with
they do.
charges and
Yeah.
user manuals and measuring tapes.
Yep.
Okay, so above here, that's got a bit of olive oil and salt and pepper about it. I think.
I think that shoot actually will cause a bit of strife for those items.
So you don't reckon he's put?
I reckon
anything in
I'm going to think there's nothing in. Oh, we're a team.
that's interesting.
I mean, Mike
I
did
think
just say they're short on space. They're not going to waste anything.
I think it makes it more interesting if we guess something different. Honestly,
Okay,
So
okay.
I'm happy to do that.
I'm going to go nothing because that is.
and then if
directly
either of
above
us
the-
gets the point, then we as a team get the point.
Okay,
So
great.
we get 2 goes at it.
Great.
I'm going oil and salt and pepper. Can we have a reveal,
I'm going
please,
nothing.
Mike?
okay,
Ooh.
so
Okay.
Oh, birthday candles.
as you can see, this is all of Claire's baking stuff because she loves to bake.
Okay.
So it's all her baking.
and it's labelled, and it's in a huge Tupperware box.
Baking
Yes.
stuff in a tub. I never would have got that.
a lot of cake related
Okay. Okay.
So it
So it
paraphernalia.
gives a lot of indication of the festivities that go on here,
Yep.
which is great. So it's a beautiful energy
Yeah.
in the 1-bedroom apartment with a great view, by the way, at the balcony.
Absolutely. Okay, round 2. What do you reckon? Let's go for a bit of a low
Should we go for,
draw.
what if we go for the absolute standard, almost dead giveaway one, or you don't want to go that?
I think that's too easy. That's
You just
obviously
told a
gonna-
story where our man
actually,
Aiden
okay.
didn't do that.
Yeah, let's go.
So we could have another
top
psycho
top
over
of the
here.
4 drawers and make sure that's got to be cutlery.
So this
Mike.
is cutlery. This is the
and
quintessential
small,
cutlery
yeah,
drawer.
small cutlery, not big stuff.
Okay, here we go. Boom.
Cutlery.
Boom.
Nice,
and
respect.
miscellaneous cutlery
Yeah.
items,
Yep.
peelers, chopsticks.
Yep, I respect that.
Anything you might need when eating food.
Yeah, great.
It's in this drawer.
This does feel like a prize on a game show that we're winning all
I
this
feel-
stuff.
I was like almost celebrating. That's great.
Okay. All right, moving on. Next one.
Okay,
I think,
fantastic.
I think
Yeah,
if
off you
we
go.
got to look under the microwave there because those are square drawers.
Okay, welcome to the
I can't
lower
tell-
end of the kitchen.
I can't tell if they pull out like a drawer, if they flip open like
I think
a cupboard.
the hinge
Cupboard?
that would
Okay.
change a bit.
Okay.
I think it's going. It's a bit. I think I was going to say tea bags, but tea bags are probably going to be in this one on the right of the dishwasher.
Or this drawer is close to the kettle.
It is.
If that's feng shui
I
related. No,
think-
I don't.
Oh, there's chopping boards there. I think it's going to be
oh,
baking dishes.
But where's the Glad wrap and alfoil and stuff? Do you reckon that's
I
in
reckon
one of
it's
the drawers?
3. Number. Oh,
I'm trying to read Mike's
actually,
facial expression.
I'll jump on that as
yeah,
well.
let's
I'll
do
jump on that.
Glad wrap and alfoil in lengthways. All right, let's have a reveal,
Yep.
please, Mike.
This is
I
I
said
think
baking dishes.
this is baking dishes and miscellaneous
Crock pot
stuff.
and measuring tape.
There's a lot of just
Eye
miscellaneous.
drop. You got eye drops.
These aren't eye drops. These are white chocolate drops for like baking.
You could put them in your eyes, but I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, I reckon we need.
That's good.
I
Okay,
reckon
let's
we-
get
we-
one more.
we need one more.
Okay, one more.
All right,
Jeez,
Jackie.
we almost had that as well.
You choose.
Okay, I'm going to go the furthest right cupboard underneath the sink. I don't know if people can see that. I'll just sort of swivel around.
It's behind the tree, but we'll be able to
Okay.
narrate it. Okay,
Yes.
so it's the right cupboard below the sink.
Yes.
That's another thing I was going to say. Because
And you've got some hair gel above the cupboard, which is interesting.
That belongs to you.
That doesn't belong to me. Oh, it's come loose. Anyway, that's new for me.
and that, because I feel like the bin is where that happens the most often. Is when you go to throw something
the
out.
great thing about us choosing where it is, we can almost fix the match in that way. Because we get to choose where we... Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like we choose the highest percentage places.
Yeah, that's
so
what I'm
probably
saying.
win. So-
But it looks like under the sink cupboard is a classic pull-out bin situation.
But keep in mind, there are two separate doors with us for the rightmost door.
So
the left
50%
door,
chance.
The left door is more directly under the sink.
And I think... Oh, no, Mike's... You're a left-hander, aren't you?
I am
So
left-handed.
you would
Good
pull...
memory.
You would pull the right
Wow.
drawer open and left hand...
Is Claire
dump the
left-handed?
banana peel.
She is not.
She's Irish.
Okay, so...
Actually, you know, Claire, just side note, Claire asked me this week because you guys made a joke that she works at Hoyt Cinemas. And she was like, do you think everyone's going to think I work at Hoyt Cinemas? So I just wanted to clear that up. She does it.
No,
For the
no,
record, she works at Village. It's not... it's a rivalry thing. We can't be on the record saying that. Okay, so right cupboard under the
right
sink.
cupboard.
Are we
Right.
going bin? I'm getting...
It's super binny.
I'm getting bin from the left side though. It feels like
But
more...
what do you put to the right of the bin?
Like, soap and disinfectant.
Well,
and
mate,
sponges
we are
and
in a
stuff.
kind of the inner north-ish sort of suburb. Sort of
compost bin.
Maybe it's like there's a green element to it.
Nah,
So it's
I
like
think we
bin
would have
and
known
compost.
that if Mike had a compost
Well,
bin
you
by
could
now.
probably smell it.
Yeah. Oh, we
Yeah.
just would know that about him, I think.
I don't know. Mike's pretty like in touch with all that, I guess.
Anyway, he can't comment on the
Can't
matter.
comment.
Let's go. I think let's go bin because it feels like we're at 50%.
If we guess something else and it's bin, we'll kick ourselves.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
okay.
Right.
Here we
It's
go.
getting opened.
Okay. And it's the bin! Yes, the bin! Okay, great.
Nice.
What's in the left side out of it?
It's gonna be-
that's
It'll be
like,
detergents.
yeah,
Detergents. Oh!
Cleaning wipes, clean
great.
wrap, other related
Okay.
miscellaneous
Well, I think-
cleaning things.
I think we're 2 and 2. We need one
2
more
and 2.
quick one to see if we win or lose.
Okay.
So
Should we go? Do you want to go top right?
Top right,
Top
yeah.
right, which is super high up.
overhead. That's kinda
Overhead,
out of the way.
near a stack of CDs.
CD
So
oh,
that's
that
the
doesn't help.
closest stack of CDs I've seen to a kitchen sink before. I reckon.
Yeah.
And they're in their final resting
That
place,
does
which
not
is
help.
How's having listeners answer this? If you have CDs stored in between your kitchen sink and your fridge, let us know because that is what Mike is running at the moment. That's quite impressive. I
Could be
reckon.
the only one on earth. Okay,
okay, top right. What are we
This
thinking?
is hard because
All
the
the
wine
crockery,
glasses and
yep.
glasses and mugs
Yeah.
are all on display.
Yeah, it's hard. I feel like maybe like big salad bowls, big
Oh, yeah,
going to a lunch. Oh, we're doing the potato salad.
Yeah, big stuff, but light.
light,
Yeah,
yeah.
not big like ceramic
not
stuff.
not on the stove. Cold
yeah.
cold meal.
Yeah, maybe a lettuce spinner if they did have one would
Great.
go there.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go plastic bowls and like salad bowl-esque things. That's what we'll lock it in.
Okay, here we go.
Ready
in,
for
Mike.
the open?
Here we go. Oh, more Tupperware.
Tubs of stuff.
No, it's miscellaneous Mike stuff.
Oh, we should have guessed we had miscellaneous Claire
Yeah.
stuff.
So Claire
VGA
hates
cable.
this section because it's just a bunch of stuff.
Oh, it's falling out. Oh no. Okay, we've had an injury.
A lot of stuff that's mine.
Chargers,
it's
cords.
all-
Yeah, old laptops.
It's all and
Okay.
and what do we always say? What we learn from all of our mothers: store your electrical equipment directly above the sink to make sure it gets hydrated from time to time. But that's okay. So that's good.
I'm very familiar with the contents of
Yeah.
that cupboard. I have a drawer at home, but it's the bottom drawer of my 4 drawers where the cutlery is on top. So
Yeah.
each to their own.
Great. Well, I think that's great, Mike. You're relatively really organised, I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah, that was really fun. I actually got so much thrill doing that.
And thank you for letting us into your private lives behind closed doors.
Yeah.
No pun intended. But
Next time we'll do medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
well, maybe a little bit more personal.
Show me your bathroom. If anyone has any interestingly located things in their kitchen, send them through. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
let
don't
us
think
know.
anyone can top the horizontal chopping boards in the cutlery
No.
drawer. But let us know
But
if you've got anything.
a good effort from Mike with the CDs in between the kitchen and the fridge.
Yeah.
So yeah, not bad. Isaac, just to finish the show off, got a Jubweg.
Have you been hogging all the Jubwegs lately?
Been
But
hogging the
that's okay.
Jubwegs, but 2 in a row. I had 2. I'm going to save one probably for next week, but I'll just go 1 today. Okay. So Jubweg, we
You
were
could have
thinking
a jub wedge. You could have just before we Jubweg.
Oh, okay, that's
Nah,
good.
that's a bit much.
That's too much. Yeah,
It's gone crazy with Jub power.
Calm down. Acronyms going out the wazoo. At the what? No. So we were talking about earlier the sort of filming we have to do in the public toilet. Blah blah blah. Interesting thing happens
For a video.
For a video, of course,
yep.
of course. But while we were outside kicking the footy, being all innocent, you noticed a van pulling up into the car park and. you started screaming, I turned, and then when I saw it, I started screaming. And it can only mean one thing, is it was the Google Street View camera while we were kicking the footy. So we immediately started filming and chasing after it.
Looked like a submarine on wheels with the periscope.
Antenna. Because it went around the corner and it was like just lower. So we could see it. It looked like a submarine. Got it on video. Ask for proof. We'll send it to you if you need it. But just letting you know, guys, keep an eye out for Google images. We'll tell you where we were.
I think we will have to. If we
send the link,
we'll have a look.
We'll keep looking at it.
If we're on there, because the guy driving the Google Maps car was not having a bar of it.
It's not like he's like, hey guys, get in the shot. He deadpanned. He didn't even look through us.
He actively. It would have been harder for him not to acknowledge us with the amount that we were waiting.
He was driving with his eyes closed. That's how much he didn't want to look at us.
So maybe they will try and avoid putting us on, but I think that will be impossible for that park because we were following him the whole way around.
He did a couple of laps.
Yeah, and we were there the whole way. I think he was trying to get rid of us. They're just gonna have to blur us out or something. But the
interesting thing is that we were trying to get in multiple frames. So we want to see when you're driving along in Street View, clicking the arrows, whether we remain in the frame for at least a couple 100 meters.
Yeah, I think if we can get in 5 different frames, that's the goal.
Yeah,
I don't know if that ever been done before. That could be a Google Maps.
Could be a record. WR.
Yeah.
GM WR. Yeah, there you go. Also, watch out for that. We'll keep you updated.
That's the same characters as Get Ready With Me, GRWM.
Let's start a new trend.
Google Record World Maps. That's what it stands for now.
See you next week.
Swag on the beat.
Let's see. Go again. Let's see. Sorry, go one more. What's it? Sorry, go again. Let's see. Sorry, can I have it a little bit? Say,
Swag on the beat.